Bills fans, let's talk about it. Fresh off the victory, we 2-2. Held down the home fort. We did that. 2-2. Let's clap it out. Give it up. Give it up. Give it up for them Bills, man. They're out here. Wasn't pretty, but we got it. It wasn't pretty at all, but we got it. You know, we got it. So, this is one of them games where if you looked on the schedule, back in the summer or when the schedule first came out, even before the dates even popped up on the schedule, you look at it and you say, Tennessee, that's a win. Now, even though it almost looked like we didn't get that win, we got the win, but still, take it how we can get it, man. So, like I said, we did that. We 2-2. A lot to talk about, a lot of good, a lot of bad. I'm going to give out the player of the game later. I'm trying to come up with something to where we handing out like donkey of the day. You know how Charlamagne be donkey of the day? We need to give something out like that, obviously, and I ain't trying to take donkey of the day, but I need to come up with something. So if y'all got ideas for where we just handing out the player on the Bills team that's reckless, or however you want to put it, or just did the dumbest thing ever, because I think y'all know who that's going to be today. Send me some ideas, man. Shoot me a message over, or you can send me an email at billstalk716@gmail.com, or the Facebook page billstalk716 in the message, whatever it is. You got any ideas? Let me know. You know what I'm saying? We could talk about it. But let's get into it. I want to talk about it. So, like I said, we 2-2. Going over some of the statistics here. I'm going to just start off with Josh Allen. Josh, 10 of 19, 82 yards and an int. That kind of stat line remind me of the two games that Tyrod had last year, where I think he had like 56 yards at one point, and then I think he had another something under a ball. But anyways, Allen, that's what Allen did. 82 yards in the pick. We're gonna break down. We're gonna always break Allen down because Allen is he's supposed to be the prized possession of the draft. So and we traded up to get the man. So actually, you know what? Before we even get any further, let's just jump into it. Let's talk about it. Like for one, that stat line looked like that, but he did have a rushing touchdown, which I feel like he dove from the 4 or the 5-yard line. Allen looks like he likes to run the football. Just pick your spots, Brody. Pick your spots. He got that touchdown. That was good. I like that. I know y'all like that. You remember that Minnesota game where they said it was Air Allen this time. The dude is, and I think he got a few rushing touchdowns, man. But in a minute, like this league it didn't take the league long to find out what Tyrod did good. Tyrod had that first year with us and he was solid. He was hitting everybody. They even had bumper stickers and magnets that came out the next year called Go Deep, Go Deep. You know what I'm saying? But the league figured him out. So, hopefully we got to add a little more to Josh's repertoire. But yeah, I like that dive that he had. The thing that I noticed this week versus last week, I'm going to go over the bads too with Josh, is that Josh didn't run into any sacks. Like last week, he was just like, the man was just, hey, they coming from everywhere. What am I going to do? Pettin was over there at Green Bay running that defense, and he knew how to handle a rookie quarterback. Vrabel over here in Tennessee, he wasn't able to really get to him like that, and I'm not trying to give the line any praise or anything like that. They have to show a lot, but Josh didn't run into any sacks at all, for real. He had some time sometimes. The man is inaccurate. Let me pose this question to you. How close is Josh Allen to EJ Manuel? All right. EJ had options. EJ had weapons. Josh really don't have nothing. And sometimes it's just like, even if you did, like, would a Sammy Watkins have caught that pass that you just sailed over Calvin Benjamin's head? Or like, I think, matter of fact, where is he at there? Benjamin had 5 targets, but he only caught 1 for 11 yards. It's messed up. It's messed up. I'm going to talk more about that too, because Benjamin, I'm going to talk about that too. Because I don't blame him for everything, but I'm definitely blaming him for some stuff, man. But Allen is not accurate at all. at this rate, you got to keep the guy in there. I know we're supposed to be signing Derek Anderson. I know in my fantasy league, somebody has sent a my man Abe sent a put something in the messages that's through the Bleacher Report where it said we had the Pittsburgh quarterback Landry Jones in, and I know some time before that we had Paxton Lynch in. So obviously they're trying to get Peterman out the door, and this is something that the coaching staff should have did a long time ago, you know. But the report that's seeming like it's going to happen is Derek Anderson, and the only reason I can see you doing that, I don't think they're going to say, okay, Derek, you got the ball, you got the keys to the ship, come on, you come on and start, because it's the reason he was a free agent. The only thing that I see Derek Anderson having different from Paxton Lynch and different from Landry Jones is the man been around for a long time, and maybe Josh Allen needs something like that, you know, in the quarterback room. You know, I know some time ago the Chiefs had, when Alex Smith was at the helm, the Chiefs had Chase Daniels backing him up, and I remember hearing how Chase Daniels was very, 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 very instrumental and key as far as pointing out stuff when he came to the sideline, in the quarterback's room looking at film. And for some reason, I don't think your man Peterman is that dude. You know, I don't think he's really doing that. Not saying not helping, but I think we can do better. And I think that McDermott and the coaching staff feel like we can do better as well. So be prepared for Derek Anderson. If not, hey, it is what it is. We all know they looking. What else though? That's what it was. Allen sailing balls over heads. When he's on, he's on. Them darts hit, but EJ darts used to hit too, you know, when he was on. So I don't know, man. It's so hard to evaluate this dude without help. It's so hard. I don't know. If y'all got a better idea, let me know, because I feel like it's so hard to evaluate that man without help. But there is groundwork, and there is times where he is lining them up, and he like, hey, let's talk about the flop that he did. Let's get a slow clap for that, because that was pretty damn good. It was a great flop. I was glad to see the teammates come to his defense, even though he flopped, and they didn't realize it at the time, but they didn't think twice. The only person that I really had a problem with was on that. Like I said, I'm going to break some stuff down that's not on CBS and Fox is not breaking down. I'm looking for the real. And was John Miller. If you watch that over, everybody over there beefing, you know, doing a pushing or whatever like that, and Josh snuck out the back door pretty much like he was supposed to. He's the quarterback. You see John Miller jog and then never touch nobody. Like he just walked over there. Like, for one, I'm pretty sure if anybody real out there that's played the sport before, if you see, even if you didn't even see what happened, but you see your teammates going ham, like, yo, I'm sprinting. Yo, what's good? I don't even need to know. I ask questions later. John Miller didn't do that. John Miller jogged politely over there. John Miller didn't touch nobody, literally. Didn't say, hey, chill, let him break it up. He ain't do none of that. And I rewinded it 2 times just to make sure, because I wanted to talk about that. The soft will get exposed on this show. All right, the soft will get exposed, and there's a magnifying glass when it comes to me looking at the offensive line, especially. And if you're doing something stupid, man, like if you can't get, at least go over. You know what? Break it down in the film room, McDermott. And I would highlight that. Like, yo, we all need to be in. But again, the point is, good job, Josh Allen. And then I even like that when he got out the back door, he was clapping. He was clapping and nodding his head. You know what I'm saying? So the young boy got a little spunk to him. That's a good thing. John Miller, grow up here. Grow up here, John. If you're watching this, grow up here. I know you're probably not, but if you ever saw this, grow up here. All right? Because there's always somebody watching. So let's move on. Rushing. McCoy is back. Yeah. Y'all agree? Hey, I think he came into this game with 84 yards total. You know what I'm saying? And now he's at, just this game alone, 24 carries, 85 yards, 3.5 average, and he had some shady vintage moments. You know what I'm saying? I saw a little, you know what I'm saying? You know, y'all saw him out there, man. Sometimes he got up in the trenches and just see what he saw, and he got loose. You know what I'm saying? That's shady. That's what we needed. So I do give props to the line for helping him get that 85, because not only did they help him get that 85, they helped Ivory get 43 on 14 carries, and he averaged 3.1. So both backs, with McCoy averaging 3.5, and then you're looking at Ivory averaging 3.1. You know what I'm saying? Like, we was pushing. Josh, I think he had 19 yards. 4.8 was his average, but you know that he had a nice little couple scrambles. Actually, no, my bad. He only had one scramble, right? No, where am I at? Yeah, he had four for 19, but it was still 48, 4.8 yards, a carry with him. But again, like I said, the run game was looking good. You gotta listen. McCoy is a bell cow. I know that he was coming off of that injury with the ribs, where Groy got outmanned and got pushed right on top of him. And I know McCoy said at the beginning of last week's game that it's not about the taking a hit that he was worried about, or when he feels pain. It was more so when it came down to running and cutting and stuff like that. So this week, it looks like he's progressing. McDermott got him on a nice little practice week, you know, giving him time off. They keep doing what they're doing. McCoy is McCoy. McCoy is the Barry Sanders 2.0, straight up. So we have to feed that man. I would like to actually see him line up in the slot a little more. I did see Dabo had him in the slot with Ivory in the backfield. That was a good thing. I hope they build off of that. But when you talk about Ivory, that man runs with power. I think we got him on a 2-year deal right now. But if we got him on a 1-year deal, we need to get that man re-signed. I hope we locked him in for 2, though, because we need that. That is a complimentary back. And if even if we did something with McCoy where McCoy wasn't here next year, we need to put another back with Ivory. I think Ivory is somebody who needs to stay on this team. It's been a long time since we had a good number 2. I'm not talking about Gillislee or Tolbert or whoever the other big dude that barely is probably not even in the league no more. What's that dude named Booby? This is the first time we had a solid number 2 back to go along with Shady McCoy. So hopefully we keep Ivory here. I hope he's locked into a 2-year deal. Because if we got him a better line, again, I'm back on that line. But if we, you know what I'm saying, if we can get him a better line, then great. You know what I'm saying? Let's see what that can do. Now, I actually think the offense needs to start running a little more anyways. You know what I'm saying? I don't really want defenses bringing a nickel out or the dime out ready for Josh Allen to air one out over 40 yards over somebody's head. You know what I'm saying? Let's kind of keep to the run. Let's keep the defense. Let's keep them humble. You know what I'm saying? Let's keep them. Hey, keep that 3-4 out there. Keep that 4-3 out there. You know what I'm saying? What else, though? I know we tried to do something with Ray Ray as far as a reverse was concerned. Ray Ray did get a negative 3-yard run. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. It was a nice thought. We got to use Ray Ray a little more, because I don't want other defenses to think when Ray Ray comes out and he goes into motion, it's a reverse. I mean, we can call that out from our couch like I did, and it got stopped for negative 3. You know what I'm saying? So, but Ray Ray did have a catch, though. I think it was a 1-yard catch for 7 yards. It was a first down. So we really got to get that young boy a little more involved, because we need the help at receiver. For real. I know he was like a sixth round pick. We got to keep feeding that man a little more. Let's give him a little more, because right now we need the help. Josh needs the help. The team needs to help. The fans need to help. As far as breaking down receiving, though, McCoy, again, to go along with his 24 carries for 85 yards and 3.5 average. He also had 2 catches for 23 on 3 targets. So Dable plan was to get him involved early. And that's good, because the offense has to go through him. Zay Jones had 3 catches for 20 yards. I mean, we're not going to see eye-popping numbers out of the receiving core, because Josh had 82 yards total. But yeah, Zay Jones had 3 catches for 20 yards, 4 targets. You know what I'm saying? Clay had 1 catch for 12. He's like, you know, hey, Benjamin actually, Clay was only targeted 1 time, too. Benjamin had his 1 catch for 11 yards. targeted 5 times. The percentage there is pretty bad. And Ray had that young 7 yards. So again, like I said, man, we gotta obviously let the ball go through McCoy. Let the offense go through McCoy and get him the ball. That's what he do. But yeah, man, it's just something about Clay. Something about him, man. I don't know. Something about that, man. I need that man to have some more. I need him to be more productive, man. At this rate, come on, man. Just be more productive. Be more productive. And I mean, I don't even know if we can really blame him for anything, but we need Clay to be a little more productive, man. I think Kroom even caught a ball too. You know what I'm saying? So, Benjamin, though, what y'all think about Benjamin, man? Benjamin had that one catch for 11 yards. I know your boy Allen, and he threw one at his ankles. Allen makes the easy catches difficult for the receiver to catch. Even with that being said, though, if it hit, you know, the cardinal rule, the golden rule, when we was coming up, Pop Warner, street football, 21 pop, sideline pop, you know what I'm saying? Like all of that, like high school, whatever it is that you played, you already know. If it hits your hands, you have to have the ball. You have to keep the ball. You know what I'm saying? There's no reason it should ever touch both your hands and then you drop it. But Benjamin had one at the ankles. It's bad for Benjamin, man. Again, I said it last week, though. He's in a contract year. And it seems like when you're in a contract year, if you come to Buffalo, like, kiss it goodbye. Kiss the bag goodbye. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure Benjamin came into this year like, yo, Bill's going to have around 72 mil. Other teams going to be in the bid for me or whatever. First time hitting free agency. The team I'm on got the bag. But like when you come to Buffalo and you're in a contract year and you're a receiver, it's the reason Jeremy Maclin didn't come here and he chose the Ravens. He was like, hey, man, I'd rather go over there to Flacco, whatever you want to call him. You know, I'd rather go over there. You know what I'm saying? Because Tyrod was here and Flacco was over there. So he went over there. And you playing in a contract year, you want to make sure that the next team, you want to play for a quarterback where the team is going to be able to utilize you and you're going to maximize your potential. And that way you can take it to your next employer or your current employer and say, hey, look, this is what I did, man. That's what the agent's saying. This is what he did. He did this. And he can do more. You know what I'm saying? And get the bag. Benjamin, just like Jordan Matthews, they came over here and they're having the worst freaking seasons of their life. Jordan Matthews just now signed back with the Eagles, but dag. And sidebar Jordan Matthews, since you just popped up in my head. Did the man say, I don't know if y'all heard this quote, the man said, I became a dad because there was nothing to do in Buffalo. Wow. Let's rewind that. He said, I became a dad because there was nothing else to do in Buffalo. That's crazy, man. Now, I've heard Marshawn, I've heard T.O., we've all heard people come here and say, man, it's whack. I think Tom Brady even said something about Artellis. But Jordan Matthews, that was a good one. Hey, that was a good one. He became a dad because there's nothing else to do here. What can you say? I can't get mad at that man for that. But anyway, Benjamin's looks bad. You know what I'm saying? The heck can you say? What can we say? We can't really tell if it's the quarterback. It looks like the quarterback. And that's going to be his agent's excuse next year. That's going to be what they lead with. You know what I'm saying? They're going to lead with that. Hey, look, man, they had a rookie in there. Rookie can't even hit an 18-wheeler 5 yards down the field, you know? So, whatever. Who next, man? Let's get to the defense side of the ball, man. The defensive side of the ball, everything was good. Everything was good. We had 3 turnovers, man. As much as I be like I give Milano a hard time. You know what I'm saying? Those who watch the game with me, you know what I'm saying? Those who watch the game with me know. I give Milano a hard time. I've given him a hard time since last year. I feel like he should be a special teamer. and there's more athletic linebackers that we could place in his spot. But somehow Milano keeps showing up, and he got a knack for getting the ball. Now, I'm not ready to say, hey, next year this is your job, Milano, because I still want somebody else to come and compete. We need competition at the position. But Milano showed up, man. Milano led the team with 7 tackles, 3 assists. He had the forced fumble. One of them was he had a tackle for a loss. Hey, listen, I give props where it's due, Milano. Get the slow clap, brother. Slow clap, slow clap. Keep it up, man. Keep it up. I ain't mad at you. Jerry Hughes, 4 tackles. Matter of fact, while we talking about Hughes, that NFL, I'm not trying to say this is an excuse, but I'm sure that he should come up and probably say this is the reason, even if it wasn't. But the NFL with this whole, no, don't fall on the quarterback too hard. Don't hit the quarterback too hard. Blah, 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 blah. I'm sure that has something to do with why he let Mariota go. And Mariota eventually scrambled to the right and then let off a bomb. It was incomplete, so no harm, no foul. But let's just talk about these players, man. McDermott, Leslie Frazier, you need to talk to the players, man, because they need to teach them. All right? Because even with that being said, you know what I'm saying? Like, Hughes might say, I don't know what to do, man. We don't know, blah, 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 blah. At the end of the day, you could have held on to him. So, you know what I'm saying? Let's not make no excuse. I'm expecting the coaching staff to address that. I'm pretty sure they addressed it to him on the sideline. Like, hey, man, just still, he almost got off. It was a close game. It was a classic Tennessee Buffalo Bills game. Was it freaking 13-12 or something like that? You know what I'm saying? Last year or a year before that, it was 10-13. So, like, these games with the Titans, for some odd reason, they play the Buffalo Bills extremely hard. You know what I'm saying? And it's close. That could have been potentially bad, but it was incomplete, so whatever. But just bringing up the fact that you're probably going to see that brought up by announcers and whatnot when it comes to, hey, look at this. Another defensive player confused on what to do. Be it all that and whatever, if he would have just bear hugged him and just held him until he heard the whistle, you know what I'm saying, he wouldn't have got an attempt off on past the right hash. So, you know, just keep an eye out for that. That's probably going to be an example out there. But yeah, Jerry is playing good, man. He had 1 sack, 1 tackle for a loss, and he had a forced fumble. That probably could have been his second forced fumble, to tell you the truth, if he would have not. He could have. Yeah, he could have probably at least came away with a sack. You know what I'm saying? So Jerry had a great stat line. His forced fumble was beautiful. You know what I'm saying? That was a great punch. I almost called him Peanut when it happened. You know, Peanut Tillman, who was infamous for that. Moving on to my man, which I got a lot of faith in, Edmonds. He did good. He had 4 tackles, 4 assists. And something that I'm learning about Edmonds is this, and I've been kind of pointing it out with those that I watch the game with. You know what I'm saying? Those that I break the games down with. Edmonds is starting to look like a turnover machine. Yeah, the Chargers dogged him. That's Phillip Rivers, man. What do you expect? The kid's 20. But the game before that against the Ravens, they came away with a pick. The game after the Chargers, who did we play? After the Chargers, Minnesota. I think the man had turnover that game too. And in this game. So, like, when that big boy get on you, man, like, he's going to make you drop the ball. And that's pretty cool, man. That's good. That's what's up, man. That's what we brought him here for. That's why we moved from 22nd to 16 to get the man, because Preston Brown he couldn't do it. Preston Brown will let you run by him, not willingly, but you will run by him, and then he will come and grab you by your shoestring and pull you down. Ankle tackles. You know, we don't need that for the middle linebacker. So Edmonds is doing good. Keep up the good work, man. Stay watching Edmonds, man. He's doing good. Another rookie that's doing good. I'm telling you, I'm a fan of it. I've been talking about this kid since we drafted him. I've been telling people, watch out for Taron Johnson, number 24. Got his first pick. Let's give it up. Slow clap, because that's my man. Slow clap for the man. But anyways, he got a pick. He still is out there playing gritty. This is the 4th game in a row where he's gotten injured and he's hurt that shoulder. But guess what? This is the big leagues, bro. And you're going to have to play through that so you can keep continuing to add to your bag. So, you know what I'm saying? Do whatever you do during the week. Let the training staff do what they do. Bam, you should be good money. But yeah, man, that man balled out. He earned that pick, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm happy for the man. I'm sure the teammates is too, because he's not scared to go stick his head in there, man, for real. So Terrence Johnson did a good job today with that pick, and then we see everything else. Poyer got a pick. Wait, did Poyer get a pick? Yeah. What I'm thinking. Yeah, Poyer got a pick. That was great. Also, what I wanted to point out too is that Alexander had 3 tackles, but at one point Alexander got bite. I know y'all saw that big boy Henry. You know, from Alabama. Yeah, that boy came in there and sat Lorenzo on his back pockets. I rewinded it because I wanted to know who the victim was. And when I saw 57, I said, OG. Get up, OG. Get up. It's all right. We out here, man. It's war. You know what I'm saying? But besides that, though, he played a good game. I think he only got beat on a pass play one time. But yeah, and I've seen him playing in toward the D tackle area too. I've been seeing him in them gaps sometimes on like exotic nickel dime packages or whatever. But Henry gave it to him, and that happened. But still, you know what? And just to give him his props too, like if I had to play against Lorenzo, you know what I'm saying, I would probably be like, I don't know. Lorenzo looked like a scary dude to play against, man, at the end of the day. I call him Lorenzo the Man Alexander. That's what every time he make a tackle, ever since he made this team, I just came up with a nickname, and I always holler it out when we watching the games. Like, yo, Lorenzo the Man Alexander, because he's on that field looking like a man, a grown man at that. So he did good, you know what I'm saying? He got bite, though. He got bite. You know what I'm saying? Shaq got a forced fumble. So that's what's up. I wish Shaq could get some more playing time, man. I wish he can get some more playing time, man. I know that they was playing him last week in there at the tackle spot. So he got some room in the tackle spot this week too. On passing downs, obviously. Him and Lorenzo was up in there. But he forced a fumble. And I would like to just see him play a little more. Murphy, his counter, the dude that came in and beat him for his job. I think Murphy had a sack too, right? Yep, he had a sack, in which I think Trent Murphy owes Kyle Williams some Leonardis or something. Because by rights, I feel like Kyle Williams had that, or they should have at least had .5s on the sack. You know what I mean? 0.5 for Trent, 0.5 for Kyle. But Kyle was the reason he was going down. It was obvious when they rewinded it and when I rewinded it. But it is what it is. It's a team sport. But, you know what I'm saying, at the end of the day, Trent, you know, toss him out something. Yeah, you know what else too? I wanted to talk about this D tackle. I don't know if y'all know this number 97. He's new to the team. 6'6", 341 pounds, a former 2nd round pick from the Dolphins. The man got released from the Dolphins. We picked him up, and that is a man. That boy right there, man. Like, yo, talk about man. Listen, talk about a push. You know what I'm saying? That man pushed the pocket. And that's good. He looks like he's fitting in perfectly with the actual rotation of the defensive line. The man's so big. If you looked at the back of his jersey, right up under the number, like it's a cutout, a square cutout, and it's a gray patch there because the jersey probably didn't fit. Damn, it's crazy. But yeah, I'm glad he's on the team though. He looks solid, man. We're gonna need him when Kyle retire next year because we all know that's coming. Star Lotulelei looked good. I gotta say, to me, this was even through preseason and training camp, and you watching the Bills and all of that. Star Lotulelei looked it great. He does his job. Usually, when you don't hear about a player and you don't hear his name, that means he's doing his job. But today, he actually was getting called for making tackles and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? So Star was doing good. Defensive line looked solid. Linebackers looked as solid. Even the dude that we brought up from the practice squad, Marlowe, number 31, he came in. But I think the inexperience of Mariota was unable to really pick the dude apart. The defense is solid, though. The defense is solid. The defense to keep you in games. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I saw today, man. You know what I'm saying? So like I said, we 2-2 out here. I'd be a fool not to bring up my man Tre'Davious White shutting down the #1 receiver once again. I love the fact that he follows whoever it is that's #1 across the field. He shut him down. I think that dude came in with like not Trey, the receiver, Corey Davis, came in with like 24 catches on the year so far. And he only had like 3 catches, if not 2. So Trey shut him down. That was great to see. Shouts out Tre'Davious White. So I mean, as far as just picking out like who, like I said earlier, man, send me some ideas, man. BillsTalk716@gmail or BillsTalk716 on Facebook. Message me. Send me the email, man. I need some ideas when it comes to what should we name, and I'm gonna break down all of them that come in, and I'm just gonna sit up there and I'm gonna pick which one is best. We need to come up with our own version of Donkey of the Day. You know what I'm saying? And speaking of that, so for right now, we just gonna say the loser of the day, the clown of the day. You know what I'm saying? Shaq, if this was basketball, Shaq, he'd be on Shaqtin' a Fool. And even though it's not basketball, it was so bad of a play, he still should be on Shaqtin' a Fool when basketball season start. It was the punter, Borjao. Yeah, Borjao. What the hell was you thinking? Why? This man came out there. We're in the red zone. Simple. Yo, catch the ball. Get a man house money 5 after he make it, because he makes them. So that's why we call him house money. But what did this man do? Like, he was the only one on the team that thought it was a fake. What a mental lapse. The man thought that it was a fake field goal. So what did he do? Then try to run. And then what do you do when you know you fucked up? What do? You get up and you grab something. What did he do? Shoulder. Come on, man. Like, yo, that was bad. That was really bad, man. Hey, yo, shouts out Bob Menery, man. And I hope I'm going to send Bob Menery a message just because I don't want him to lose fact of this one. So many plays that man go over. Bob Menery is funny as hell. But I really want to make sure that he gets Borjao real good. Because, damn, that man, that was just so ridiculous, man. We was in the red zone. If we lost the game by 3 points, I was coming back to talk about that. Eventually, he did get a solid punt that ended up being way down there within like the 5. And then we ended up getting a turnover. And then we turned that turnover into 3 because I was talking to my brother about it. And I was like, he was telling me like, no, if we get 3, then he good. He should be good. I'm like, nah, man, I don't even care. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, that was a crazy mental lapse, man. Borjao looked like he'd be working out with the linebackers in the weight room, but still can't pull off. You got one job, Borjao. Check with the kicker. Good. You ready? Good. That's all you do right there at that point. But that was bad. So, you know what I'm saying? We're going to call him something. But yeah, he lucky he made it out of that. It was hard as hell to figure out what he was even thinking. But other than that, man, we 2-2. It wasn't pretty. I'm not going to look too deep into this. Y'all can if you want to, but it was the Titans. You know, and they made the playoffs last year, but they playing like the weakest division in the freaking AFC. But whatever. It's the Titans. So, but we did it. We 2-2. I mean, we still beat Minnesota too. I think we got at Houston next week. I don't know. I don't think your man Watson has been having a great season. So, and our defense is solid, but it's just all about how you gonna stop JJ. But that's a whole nother conversation, man. That's a whole nother conversation. But like I said, man, it's Bills Talk 716, man. We around. You know, you could talk about it. You see what I got in the background, man. We making additions. You know what I'm saying? Just pay attention, man. We out here. We out here, and we're gonna continue to make additions. And if you got any ideas, please don't hesitate. Hit me up, BillsTalk716@gmail or BillsTalk 716 on Facebook. I'm about to get the Instagram popping too. I've been kind of busy, but I'm gonna get that popping too. And I got some stuff that I'm working on, me and my man. And y'all gonna see who that is eventually. So again, y'all make sure y'all have a good one. You know what I'm saying? Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Bills 2-2 over the Titans. And that's what's up, man. All right, I'm out.